Welcome back to the Metro Detroit Poker Series and the 2023 New Year's Poker Open. For our final table, remaining 8 players. I am your host, Terry Prince. With me today, again, our Century Club leader with the most number of tournaments played, besides myself, Walt Marks.
Hey Terry, thanks again for the invite.
Today's episode brought to you by Money Waster Cigarettes. Send your money up in smoke.
If I smoked, that would be the ones I'd probably use.
Our seating arrangement again, Ish Rosa at seat number 1, Mike Hines seat number 2, Kevin Melvin was eliminated in 9th place, Cam Patel seat number 4, Henry Williamson seat number 5, Gary Gualtieri, short stack specialist in seat number 6, seat number 8 is Tim Rindell, seat number 9, Brian Stoltz, and over in seat number 10, Corey McCumson.
Still a formidable group out there.
Here's our 28th hand of the final table. Blinds are still at 1,000, 3,000, 3,000. 3,000 chip big blind Annie, 3,000 small and big blinds. Corey looks down at 2 red queens.
And one of my favorite hands.
Gonna decide how to extract maximum value and try to avoid a king or an ace on the flop.
Yeah, that's the only problem with queens. There's a couple that beat them, but I do love to play them though.
They are ace magnets.
Yes.
Corey says the best way to play these queens is all in. Ish looks down at King 10 suited. Mike also King 10 offsuit. Both of those fold.
Looks like the all in was a good idea.
Folds all the way around.
Look at all three kings are.
Gary, who is on the short stack, calls all in 4,000 chips. So Corey gets a refund, and we're going to go heads up to the flop.
There's only one king left, so he's doing well.
Yeah, Gary's going to be drawing really thin.
Got to get 2 6s or 1 king and or the
one
2
of each.
or one of each.
Running diamonds. Running diamonds would work. But that ain't going to happen.
No.
The queens are going to be good.
Queens are the winners.
And Gary is going to
Mr.
kick
Lucky.
off this episode with our 8th place elimination.
Usually he can find a way to make those cards work, but tonight's not tonight.
Yeah, he was way behind with having 2 of the kings already in the muck.
He folded a couple of hands that I was surprised he didn't play. So, but being short-handed, you got to pick your fights, and unfortunately, that wasn't the one to do.
Yeah, he only had the 4,000 chips left, so he barely had a blind. He would have been all in the big blind, and only having 1,000 when I got around to him. So
Corey with ace queen
goes all in again.
Yeah, Cam with 10-8 suited goes in the muck.
King Jack suited. This could get interesting.
Yes, I don't see those going away.
And Henry does make the call. Tim folds out of the big blind. We got a dead small blind in this hand. So it's going to be Corey and Henry. Corey a pretty good favorite here, 60-40. Together in a 10, they make a straight. Good sized pot, 65,000 in the middle. 3 deuce deuce.
That's definitely not a flop for those 2 hands.
A couple of clubs, so Corey's looking really good. 4 of clubs on the end gives Corey the nut flush. So Corey is going to get the double up and take down that 65,000 chip pot.
Better to get lucky than be good.
Well, he had the best hand going in, so
Right.
it just held up. And there's another one for Corey. Ace Jack offsuit. got all those chips, so how many of them's going to go in the middle this time?
That'll be a good percentage of them.
Makes it 10,000 to go. 3 X-rays. Ishvan looks down at Jack 7 folds, 4-3 folds, 4-7 folds, Ace 6 suited to Henry. Makes the call.
Fight again.
Yep, we're going to get Corey and Henry again. Going at it, doing battle.
Henry probably feels better because he has the ace, but he's still behind.
Yep, he's got one live card. Oh, there's the ace and a jack
And
for
a
Corey.
jack for Corey.
Corey bets out 8,000. Henry's drawing dead to a chop.
He's got to pray for some cards to double up.
He needs
Not the ace.
he needs a queen
Right.
for the board to pair with a queen, and then the jacks would be the kicker, and that would give him a chop. Corey bet 8,000, and Henry shoved all in. So, oops. He's gonna see he's in a world of hurt.
Careful what you wish for.
He did not get a queen. Corey's 2 pair is good. And Henry is going to be our 7th place finisher. Takes $120 home for his efforts.
Couple pretty decent hands, but didn't win either one of them.
Nope, he was out. He was behind in both.
Right.
Both of them were second best. Ish looks down at pocket jacks. Hey,
Yeah,
Ish, there's 3 ways to play jacks, and they're all wrong.
Yeah. And I've played them wrong quite a few times.
Which wrong way is Ish going to pick?
Yeah. Probably all in. That's how I'd play him in his spot.
Under the gun.
If someone's going to beat me, they want to beat me with all their chips or all my chips in, but it doesn't look like he's going all
He
in.
raises to 10,000. Folds round to Tim with king queen.
2 overcards.
Yeah, Tim's definitely got a penchant to play a hand like that. He's got a lot of chips, so he might take a flyer on it. And he does make the call.
Ooh, Brian with ace 4 now. Yeah, he gets rid of that.
Yeah, into the muck. That was an easy fold. Corey with 10-8, I think he's going to fold that too.
Yeah, he just got a bunch of well-earned chips. I don't think he wants to give them away.
And looking to see how many chips Ish has behind. Does make the fold. So here we are, nearly a coin flip. Ish has got a little bit of an advantage. 7-9-9 rainbow. Doesn't help anybody. Ish now 3-1 favorite. Leads out 18,000.
Tim's going to look at it and think,
Doesn't think long before he folds.
good move.
Ish takes down 45,000 chips.
Kim showing his cards what he could have had if he had chips in the pot.
Mike looks down at King 10 offsuit. Our blinds are up now, 2,000, 4,000. With a 4,000 big blind ante. Cam looks down at Ace 9 offsuit, goes all in. Tim folds Ace X. Brian folds 6-4 hearts. Corey's got 10-8 of spades.
And Mike hasn't played too many hands. He hadn't too many good cards, so
And before we get King High on under the gun. Ish looks down at Motown, Jack 5. He's apologizing to Cam in advance for when he's going to win this hand. He's in the big blind, so he gets in for a discount. It's only 10,000 chips to win for him. And he's probably figuring his cards are live. And they are. He's like, sorry in advance. And we see results.
No help for Ish so
There's
far.
a pair of 9s now for Cam. And Cam does get the double up. Apology not needed. Ish looks down at 9 for diamonds.
It should go in the muck. He doesn't usually play that kind of hands.
And there they go. Ace deuce for Mike, all in for 24,000. King queen for Tim. Decides better of it, folds that. Ace 7 for Brian. All in for 27,000, so slightly more. Corey looks down at Jack 9 of spades.
You might want to play this hand. Take a chance of getting two people out. Not that many chips. But no, he chucks them in the mud.
So we are heads up to the flop where Brian has a pretty good lead with his kicker.
7 in the window.
And he picks up a pair of 7s, so Brian takes down that hand and eliminates Mike Hines.
He didn't play too many hands, unfortunately. He didn't have a
Sixth
lot.
place, didn't have a lot of cards to go with, but takes down $150 for his effort. Still at 2-4-4. Five-handed action now. Brian looks down at 9-4. Throws it away. Corey in the small blind with 4 deuce of spades. Limps in. Isvan looks down at ace 8. Checks his option. 2 ways to the flop. King 3 ace.
Corey's got
Corey's got
wheel.
the wheel draw.
and he hits his deuce.
Yeah, Ish has a pair of aces. He bets out 8,000 after they both check the flop and the turn, so Corey's got to wonder if his deuces might be good here.
Yeah. And he's showing and asking. You don't think Ish is going to tell him, though.
Nope. He folds his deuces. It's a good fold, Corey. You were beat from the get-go.
Yeah, watch the video. It's one of those hands you have to be in there, but you shouldn't be in there anyhow.
Tim under the gun with 8-9. Folds. Brian ace 6 offsuit. And the cutoff.
I think Brian doesn't know an ace that he doesn't love.
Corey looks down at pocket 3s from the button. Raises up to 10,000. Ish with jack 6. I don't think he's going to play that.
Yeah. A little better than Jack 5 that I lost with, but not much.
Folds that away. Cam looks down at queen 10. Takes a look up at the monitor to see how much 4th place or 5th place is worth.
Yeah. Probably going to stuff his money in there for sure.
Looking for a count. See who's got how much chips. Finally decides to fold.
Surprised.
Well, had Brian to act behind him, so definitely got to consider that. Brian makes the call for 6,000 more, and we'll see a flop. Heads up action. Four, 5, 4. 2 clubs. Both have backdoor flush draws, but Brian's got the nuts. Brian moves all in with his ace high. Corey has pocket 3s, and ordinarily a flop like that is pretty good for pocket 3s.
Yeah.
And Brian is putting Corey to the test here.
pretty tough when your pair's lower than the two lower pairs that are on the board.
Well, true, but those two, the cards on the board are low anyway.
Right.
So you got to figure he probably didn't hit any of that. But you didn't. He's got backdoor straight and flush draws, but
Well, he chucks them in the muck.
he does make the fold. I don't blame him,
No.
but yeah, he had the best hand. The pocket threes were good, at least at that point. But Brian put him to the test. That was a good bet from Brian. Still five-handed. Brian looks down at ace-6 again, this time suited.
Ace-6 back to back. This one suited again.
He raises to 10,000. Fish looks down at ace-4 of diamonds. Another suited ace, but a little bit weaker. Fish is on the button.
And five-handed. Ace-4 suited is not a bad hand to have.
That's a lot better than it is with a full table.
Right.
He does ultimately fold. Goes around to Tim. A 7-9 offsuit makes the call. With the discount. For big blind. Brian is 60% favorite here. Tim picks up a pair of nines now. Top pair for Tim. No more 60% edge for Brian.
Yeah.
He's now a 4-1 dog. And he bets out 22,000 after Tim checked his top pair. Brian has a 1 over card and a backdoor flush draw.
Doesn't look like Tim was fooled by that. We're not scared of it anyhow.
His continuation bet from Brian. Tim's thinking this one out.
Yeah, he's usually a pretty quick mover with his chips, and so he must have some doubt.
It's a big bet. Ooh.
There's a bigger bet.
Yep. Tim comes back with an over-the-top shove. Now he's going to put Brian to the test.
Yes, that's a big bet there. Probably all in for
I can't
Brian.
see Brian calling this at all.
No, not hitting any of it.
Backdoor draws on an overcard is all he's got. And he does fold.
Good fold.
He'll be happy to know he did not fold the best hand. Still at 2-4-4 blinds. We're 49 hands into this final table. Cam looks down at King 10 offsuit. Pretty good hand, five-handed. Goes all in for 14,000. Brian looks down at Queen Jack suited. Makes the call. Corey's got good buddy, 10-4.
That should go in the muck. And it does.
Ish looks down at 8 deuce. I'm sure that's going to go in the muck as well. So we are heads up. Cam and Brian. Together they need a 9 or an ace for a straight. Cam's in the lead with 1 overcard. Brian with the suited connectors. Ace, 10, ace. Cam picks a pair of 10s. 8, no help for Brian. Cam's going to double up again. Maybe Cam's going to become our new short stack specialist.
Yeah, there he is.
Blinds are up now. We're at 3,000, 6,000 with 6,000 big blind ante. Tim looked down at King 10 offsuit. Under the gun. No, he's not under the gun. Cam was. Tim's going in for 21,000. Brian looks down at Ace Jack
I
offsuit.
think he's going to go all in with that.
Yeah, he's stacking up his chips, getting ready to move them into the middle. There they go. He's all in for 22,000. So only a slight raise. Corey looks down at Queen 4.
That should go in the muck.
It does. And Ish looks down at 8-3, so that's also in the muck.
I got another all in.
So here we go again. Ace Jack versus King 10. Tim makes the crying 1,000 chip call. Sees that his cards are live, but behind. 9 deuce trade.
Nothing. Ooh!
There's a king for Tim.
And insult the queen.
Queen does not help. Brian Stoltz eliminated in 5th place for $200 payday. Now we're down to 4-handed action. 360 hands into this final table. Corey looks down at Ace 3 offsuit. Goes all in for his last 18,000 chips. Folds around to Tim with Ace 10. I think that's going to be an instant call.
Yep.
It's only 12,000 more. He's got a pretty good sized stack over there.
I'd pay Ace 10 all day long.
He does make the call. Flip over the hands, and here we go. Oh, a 3 right off the bat for Corey. Couple of spades, though. And a 9, no help for Tim. Corey's going to double up with his pair of 3s. I had to fade some outs, though.
Yes. It just sucks to have the best hand sometimes.
Yep, Tim put his money in good, just didn't get there. Looks down at 7-9 of spades this time for Tim. 6,000 to call.
Doesn't know which pile to grab from. He's got so many.
Makes the call. Corey 8-9 into the muck. Ish with big lick. 6-9 offsuit.
Thinking about it. Goes in the muck.
Cam checks for deuce. Heads up to the flop. Queen, deuce, 4. Cam
Two
flops
pair in the window.
And makes the bet. Tim quickly folds. Cam takes that down with his big blind special. So at 366 blinds, 3,000, 6,000, 6,000. Ish looks down at Jack 3 of hearts under the gun. Says no thank you. Cam with 1 gap connectors, 9-7 of spades, all in for 29,000. Tim's like, damn it, I really wanted to play this hand. Guess I will.
King 10 again. He's going to get tired of having King 10.
Makes the call. Corey looks down at Ace 6 offsuit. Doesn't quite know what to do here.
He says, should I play these?
He does fold. Heads up to the flop. Cam at risk. And behind.
Tim's got to get lucky one of these times being ahead.
3, 3,
Oh,
10.
there it is in the window.
Yep.
Cam catches a 7,
But it's no good.
didn't help.
Tim takes us down with his pair of 10s. And Cam Patel, our 4th place finisher for $275. We're now down to 3-handed action. 68 hands into this final table. Tim looks down at Doyle Brunson, 10 deuce. Corey looks down at Queen Jack, offsuit. Looks down at it again before putting all his chips in the middle. Ish looks down at ace 7 of hearts in the big blind. See how much more it is. Makes the call. Corey at risk and behind again. 6-4-2, all diamonds. Corey does not improve. And Ish ace high is good.
Yes,
So Corey
high.
goes out in third. $400 payday for his efforts. So here we are, heads up now. Tim and Ish is way behind. 299,000 to 56,000.
That's a big track to make up there.
Yep, Ish needs a couple of double ups. $72 hands in. We're heads up. Still 366.
Ish wakes up with a pair of 7s. That's going to be an all-in, I'm sure.
And Tim went all in first with
Oh.
ace 9, and Ish calls, and Ish is out in front. Jack, Queen, 9. Tim picks up a pair of 9s. Ish drawing really thin, and that's it.
Yeah. One hand is all it took.
Ish goes out in second place for $605, and our champion for the New Year's Poker Open, Tim Reindell, $1,177 is our winner. Congratulations to Tim. For Walt Marks, I'm Terry Prince. Have a good evening.
Thank you, everybody.